If you're planning to buy a property in Dubai or even curious to know when to jump in, there are a few metrics to be considered. In this video, I'm going to take you through three important steps, quite often overlooked, which can help you to make the right decision. Well, the big question is, why do you listen to me? Well, my name is Surakshit Bhatt, and after living in Dubai for 4 years and after investing and reinvesting in the same region, I help my clients to look beyond the obvious metrics and help them make some smart decisions to invest their hard-earned money. Now, if that sounds interesting to you, hit the subscribe button. So now coming back to those important metrics to help you look beyond the obvious, the first one is the bank's lending rate. जब लोग अपनी प्रॉपर्टी सर्च शुरू करते हैं, they start looking at the location, price per square feet, reputation of the builder. But a smart investor will also ask this question, how expensive is his money gonna get? Okay, let me explain. See, when the bank lending rate goes up, the mortgages get expensive. Your EMI goes higher. There are less people looking for the loan and hence the demand comes down. The prices cool off. But the opposite is also absolutely true. When the bank lending rates comes down, there are more people rushing to the banks to avail the loans. The demand goes up and the prices increase. So the question is, where do I find the lending rates? It's pretty simple. Central Bank of UAE के website में everything is published. The bank lends basis the EIBOR rate. EIBOR is Emirates Interbank Offered Rate. So generally, banks such as Emirates NBD, ADCB, they all offer lending rates basis the EIBOR. EIBOR plus the margin. Well, जितना एक complicated सुनने में लग रहा है उतना है नहीं. It's pretty simple. आजकल banks क्या करते हैं? They protect the consumers for the fluctuating EIBOR rate for a certain period of time. You can opt for that. You can opt for a period of 3 years or a period of 5 years. Now, suppose if you see the Fed rates, the Federal Reserve rates coming down for the previous 2-3 months, then you can ride on the wave. Or if you see the Fed rates going up in the previous few months, you can protect yourself for a period of 3 years or 5 years and take a fixed rate. अब क्योंकि जो दुबई का दिरहम है, that is pegged with the US dollar, so we have very less control on the Federal Reserve prices going up and down. So in my opinion, better है आप 3 साल के लिए अपने आप को सेव कर लो, मार्केट को समझो, and then once you get pro with it, start negotiating with the bank for a flexible lending rates. Moving on to the second most overlooked metric. In my opinion, the defaulter rates is something that shows the health of the market. When the number of the defaulters in the market goes up, that clearly shows that the lending is being bad. ऐसी इकोनॉमी में the banks have to really behave well. See, one must try and stay away from a market जहाँ पर speculative buying होती है. अगर default rate बढ़ रहा है, defaulters बढ़ रहे हैं, then the market is hit by forced sales. Prices dip करते हैं, banks pull out करते हैं, and then there is a domino effect. You know, everything goes wrong one by one. दुबई ने अपना tough time देखा हुआ है. 2009 में there were certain areas where price dropped by more than 50%. There was so much of speculative buying. People were over leveraged and then they started defaulting on their payment. Developers stopped launching any new projects. जो चल रहे थे वो pause हो गए and there was so much of default in the market. Overall sentiments just came down. So I'm going to give you 5 smart signals to track this. One is very simple. The Central Bank of UAE का जो website है, they have a non-performing loans का एक list होता है. Just keep track on that. अगर ये ऊपर जा रहा है, then that is something to be checked. 2. Look at the real estate news. अगर कोई ऐसे news आते हैं जहाँ पर the number of projects getting delayed बढ़ रहे हों या फिर urgent resale की news हो, that's a flag to check. 3rd, look at the bank's lending behavior. अगर कोई सर्टन प्रोजेक्ट है या फिर कई सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स ऐसे हैं जहां पर बैंक स्टॉप्स गिविंग लोन और डिनाइज लोन, देन दैट इज आल्सो अ रेड फ्लैग. 4th, जो मेरे हिसाब से सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है, लुक एट द ऑफर्स दैट द डेवलपर्स आर प्रोवाइडिंग. लोग आजकल मतलब यू पे 5% टुडे एंड स्टार्ट लिविंग टुमारो, और फिर 10 years 15 years पोस्ट हैंड ओवर पेमेंट प्लान. That shows desperation in the trade. That shows how desperate the builders are to sell their units. And last but not least, the old school method. जो एरिया आपने फाइनलाइज किया है, आप उसके आसपास के जो लोकल डेवलपर्स हैं, जो लोकल एजेंट्स हैं, they can give you an insight of the area. So I hope now I'm clear why a rising bad debt figure should be considered before making a real estate decision. So moving on to our third indicator, it is the unsold inventory. Whenever you meet a developer, always ask for the unsold inventory. If the unsold inventory is high, that clearly shows either the project is not accepted or there is some problem with the developer. Also, if the property has been delivered and is vacant for a long time, and the easiest way to find out is go at the night. You can easily find out how many houses are occupied and how many are vacant. So if a property is delivered and is vacant for a long time, then it clearly shows that the property or the project is not behaving the way it was expected. So between these two, unsold inventory, sold but vacant inventory, unsold inventory is more concerning because it clearly shows that the developer is under stress or there is very low demand for the project that has been launched. And for a property which is sold but vacant, this shows that maybe the project in itself has not reached its desired rental expectations. So a higher unsold inventory with any developer clearly shows that there has been a miscalculation in the demand in that area. So as an investor, it's a red flag because your capital and your rental yield, these both are either going to stay stagnant or come down with time. So I hope आपको मेरे ये 3 points about the bank lending rate, the default rate and the inventory bit informative लगा, and I hope this is going to help you in your property search in Dubai. And for more such advices and information, stay tuned and wait for my next video.